Hello viewers, welcome to AP's 5-minute ophthalmology pulse. Today we will talk about trabeculectomy, the most commonly performed surgery for glaucoma. Trabeculectomy is an external filtering procedure where aqueous drains from the anterior chamber to the subconjunctival space under a partial thickness scleral flap. You will understand this better after we discuss the steps of surgery. So first, what are the indications for trabeculectomy? They can be broadly classified into these four categories. Basically, a trabeculectomy can be performed for any type of glaucoma. In primary open-angle glaucoma, the indications are when medical therapy and or laser therapy fails to lower intraocular pressure adequately, non-compliance with or inability to afford medical therapy, rapid progression of glaucomatous damage, and in advanced glaucoma at presentation. In primary angle closure disease, a failure of iridotomy to control IOP can be an indication for trabeculectomy. Trabeculectomy has a greater role in childhood glaucomas as there is no role for medical treatment other than for temporary control of IOP prior to surgery. Secondary glaucomas not responding to conventional treatment may also necessitate a trabeculectomy. Trabeculectomy is performed under peribulbar anesthesia. Unlike in cataract surgery, instead of a superior rectus bridle suture, a corneal traction suture is used to expose the surgical site in order to avoid damage to the conjunctiva. Conjunctival peritomy is performed with a conjunctival scissors and minimal cautery of bleeders is done if at all required. Next, a 1/3 to half thickness scleral flap, either triangular or rectangular, is dissected towards and past the limbus into clear cornea. This is the remaining scleral bed. We have not yet entered the anterior chamber. A side port incision is then made. Now, a sclerostomy opening is made by removing a block of tissue approximately 1.5 to 2.5 millimeters from the sclerolimbal junction with a Vanna scissors or a Kelly punch. A peripheral iridectomy is then performed mainly to prevent iris incarceration in the sclerostomy opening and also to take care of any pupillary block. The scleral flap is then replaced and sutured not too tightly and not too loosely with 10-0 nylon sutures. Balanced salt solution is injected via the paracentesis to make sure that a slow leak of fluid is present from under the scleral flap with maintenance of the anterior chamber. This is to ensure that there is neither excessive nor too little drainage, as this is how aqueous drains postoperatively. The conjunctiva is then replaced and sutured tightly with a watertight closure so that postoperatively the aqueous that drains into the subconjunctival space elevates the conjunctiva to form a filtering bleb. You can see a nice filtering bleb here and also a peripheral iridectomy. An MMC or mitomycin C augmented trabeculectomy may be indicated when bleb failure is anticipated. Mitomycin C is an anti-mitotic agent that reduces postoperative subconjunctival fibrosis and scar formation, which can reduce the effectiveness of a trabeculectomy. Sponges soaked in 0.02% MMC are placed either in the sclera before making the flap or on the remaining scleral bed after making the flap for 2 to 3 minutes, and then any remaining MMC is washed away. The rest of the surgery is performed as usual. So now you will be able to fully understand the definition that I have provided for you. So that's all for today. If you like what you saw, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to never miss an update from AP's 5-minute ophthalmology pulse. You may watch my other videos by clicking on the thumbnails. Please leave a note in the comment section if you wish for any particular topic to be covered in future. Look forward to weekly updates. Thank you for watching.